third of the way into the season, things are going pretty well right now. Can Panache and the boys continue to keep this trainer rolling? As always, if you have enjoyed this, do drop a like. That would be most helpful. So, I mean, like, just jumping in. Show proper screen, Matt. Third in the league after that period, but only 1 defeat in our first 10. Like, that's a pretty good start to the season. And I feel like, as with often our tactics, it just seems that we grow into it. Once the players start to learn their roles, we get that little tiny bit more familiarity, and it really does seem to come good. And I think, and I know I've said this for the last 2 seasons, we just need to be within touching distance going into, I believe, the final 10 matches, because it often feels to me like it's reasonable start, if maybe occasionally a little bit lucky. Middle section, weird stuff happens, few injuries and stuff in there, drop a little bit, and then final section seems to be the one where we come good, but we're just never close enough to actually pull it off. But this is the time when hopefully that will be the case, because we're starting off against Falkenberg today, but also we finish today's video with the match against Sundsvall, which is an absolute grudge match and a half. We win that, and that is massive, because we're the only team I think that have beaten them this season. In other news, just in the couple of days when I was getting here, the board decided to reduce our wage budget. They were like, hey, I know you didn't have any money to spend, but wouldn't it be fun if you then had less than nothing to spend? Which isn't going to be easy, given that with both Lindell and Wirtz are out. So, right side, wow, really? No. I would not want to put Callie Björklund there, particularly as we actually have a player that can sit in that role. Now, this could cause problems because of the homegrownness of players. Now, Wirtz won't be an issue, I don't think. I hope not, anyway. So Mads Har... Oh, dearie me. Right. This doesn't look good. We may have a bit of a boo-boo here. Okay, right, no, it's fine. All I had to do was put Adam Magnusson on the bench. Is that really who I want, though? Or I better not, because that removes all of them. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Adam... You're not coming on, but congratulations, sir. You have made the bench. I think that's something I would really focus on next season, which I hadn't really paid much attention to, is making sure homegrown players is not a problem for us. Because basically our entire bench is just like, yes, you are just here to top up the numbers, friends. Although one thing I am going to do, although now that I think about this, actually, let me just... Yeah, you see, I really want to take out Olsen and bring in Farnberger. But now I can't, can I? Oh, actually, yes, I can. He's still in the squad. He's just not starting. It does worry me that our goalkeeper is starting off complacent in every game, and I have no way of winning him round. Come on, Frederick. Get your ass in gear. And apparently it's Panache instead of Panache. But I might just keep calling him Panache purely because it feels like a nickname that he's taken on more than anything else, because it's weird that I'm calling him by his first name to begin with, because he does play with a lot of panache. It's also going to be far from easy. If we can get Kvistgaard and Panache doing their thing today, then I think we'll be fine. But it's just about getting the opportunities for them. And that is not a good start from Harold. They're just giving the ball straight to our opposition. It's also just occurred to me that I've forgotten to switch back over to the default FM skin. So do excuse the fact that there is also the Streamer Showdown ad boards in for this at the moment as well. I'd actually completely forgot that they were still there. But I'll change the skin after this match. The ad boards will be present for the rest of today's video, but apologies in advance for that. Angeleri in that position is so useful. Here we go. Oh, this is great stuff. Kvistgaard. Oh, it's over the crossbar from Engebretsen, but that's great work. In a single bright spark, Norby are at least losing at the moment, which is helpful. Bengtsson. Björklund over the crossbar. This is better. Space is opening up now. There's the ball. Oh, he's gone to the byline. He's going to have to cut this back. Oh, wow. Oh, Kvistgaard could have done better there. Overwhelmingly very poor first half from both sides there. I think, honestly, Panache, if he cuts back there, drops it back, we could have kept possession. He almost crossed it too early. Okay, Bengtsson to Kendall. Let's try and get something across that box area. Scoop to the back post. Kvistgaard's there. Drops it back, and it's a great block from the Panache shot. That was a really nice piece of football from us there. Much better. We seem to have warmed up a bit in the second half. A couple of subs have now been made to sort of bring this one down. Kvistgaard flicks it on. Oh, what a brilliant block again. Oh, scoops it through. Panache is going to have to look back for someone else, though. Goes back for Bengtsson. Oh, potential penalty there, maybe Kvistgaard. And it's a brilliant finish from Nicholas Kvistgaard. 1-0 Degerfors. Brilliant. I have made one change. I put it on low crosses in the second half, and it's made a huge difference, I feel like. Come on. It's going very well, yeah. A goal and a freak and a coffee, friends. The Pog has arrived with coffee. The day just gets better and better. Weather update from Pog. It's f***ing windy, bro. Farah pushing bodies forward, and it's a big tackle from Bengtsson. Can he hold on to it? And another good block from him. This will probably be the last kick of the game, as we do go second in the league temporarily with that. Just got to clear one more header. Who is marking? Oh, it's supposed to be... I have it set up for... I can't believe that. He's just not... Wow. Oh, that's so frustrating. We were so good in this game, and I think deserved more than that from this one. That is so annoying. That is supremely disappointing, as it is a 4th consecutive draw, and I think we deserved to win that match. I think we were the better side, and it's just cost us. I thought we'd actually done it. I thought that Bengtsson block had killed it. And we just needed one more clearance header and it was all going to be good. And we've yet again succumbed to silliness. Hopefully, we can get a win soon and start going. But it is still 11 games and only 1 defeat. But goddamn, that would have been such a huge win for us as it would have kept us right in there. We're not out of this by any means, but it all comes around. Hopefully, later in the season, we'll do that to someone else and it'll all be fine, right? Right then, let's get cracking. After the Falkenberg game, Kalle waited in the darkness outside the stadium for Krista Olsen. He arrived carrying a portable hard disk. He claimed it was a copy of Henrik's hard drive. Upon getting home and looking through the data, Kalle could see that it contained a lot of financial transaction records. How Henrik had been able to obtain these was a mystery to Kalle, and on their own, they would be useless as it contained a series of codes. But maybe Henrik's notebooks could be the answer. Ooh, youth intake preview. Very nice. A terrific group of players coming through, potential to be a real golden generation for the club. Now, I've come to know that these are absolute just nonsense. There is no way in a billion years that this intake is going to be any good, because we have an singular attacking midfielder who we should keep an eye on, who's an A. Everyone else is C, D, E or less. How the hell is that a golden generation? This is going to be a half-star youth intake with an attacking midfielder with like a 3-star potential, because this thing here is meaningless. Chance for our opponents now, potentially. There's a guy completely unmarked in there, which we really could do with taking care of. Oh, my lordy. That's oh, wow. Suma Almajed, 1-0 Ugrita, their first real opportunity of the match after half an hour. We've been doing okay, but that is just an absolute thunder strike from him, and it's 1-0 to them. Can he whip a low one, maybe? No. Oh, now he does. Goes to Kendall. Ball in, and it's smashed home by Marius Engebretsen on the 50th minute. Degerfors 1, Ugrita 1. Big moment for us. Right, let's push. Ooh, drops it back inside for Angeleri of all people, and now it's a penalty. And in seconds, the game could turn around. Kendall from the spot, slots it home, and it's Degerfors 2, Ugrita 1. Wow, what a turnaround at the start of the second half. Well done, lads. We do it. Degerfors 1, Ugrita, 2-1, and I think that's a deserved win for us. We had to turn it around a little bit in the second half, but the changes made the difference, and we got the win. That is massive, as it does move us back up to second. Sundsvall starting to make a bit of a break for it at the top of the league at the moment, while everyone else is right in there, but we needed that. So we stay with 1 defeat in 12, but also it stops that drawing run, and we didn't lose during it, so the morale should still be good. Over on the left-hand side, Bengtson's one of me could knock this around the side, and he does. That's exactly what I wanted to see from him. He's got to turn back inside and find the, okay, interesting choice. Lindell? What a brilliant finish from Eric Lindell inside 3 minutes. Panache with a gorgeous assist, but I'll tell you what, I did not see Lindell doing that. Just wait for everybody to get back in position, really. Kendall, oh, nice. Build up here. Panache, where's the run? Tough one. Kviskor might just go for this, you know. Oh, he slips it through for Panache. That's a great finish from him. That's so easy for us as well. 2-0 Degerfors. Panache back into the scoring. Really important. Kviskor with the assist. 2-0. We've barely done anything here. To Prem now. With the ball in. And we've managed to do it again. Oh, I think we need to have a stronger header at the back post for these, because that seems to be our biggest flaw. In the end, we do get through with the 2-1, but we really went off the boil a little bit in the second half of this game. I had to make a couple of substitutes, knowing that we had a midweek fixture we wanted players fresh for, and I think that really stymied us going forward. It probably allowed a little bit of a worse setup in the defence, but we did get the win, and that's really what matters there. Close one, though, but the key thing is another win keeps us second in the league with Värnamo now moving up into that too. Sundsvall just keep on winning at the moment. They look like the standout team. We're going to really struggle maybe to play them again next time. But we've got another run of games against teams like we've got Landskrona in there soon. We've got Täby. There's winnable matches coming up for us, and we need to win them. I have just spotted, though, that we had one of our centre-backs marking the posts for corners instead of being out and challenging the ball. So that actually could be part of the reason. So I've switched that around. Just keep working that ball. Tire them out. Farnberger again. Just need to find that little ounce of space. Mutten Banyoka. Here we go. Bengtsson and Kviskor is on the end of it in the 90th minute nearly. Landskrona 0. Degerfors 1, and that could be massive. Come on. Oh, no. Come on. I've changed the set-piece structure. Please don't let this happen again. It's cleared away. Blixt. Edvardsson. From the breakdown of a set-piece this time. And oh, you've got to be joking. Like, I can hardly complain about the result in terms of the scoreline, but for the love of God. We made the change, and it actually managed to allow us to clear the set-piece, but then you get the one where nobody you know, we've all been there. The long corner, as it were, where it's the second phase, and it's almost a guaranteed goal, because nobody follows anybody, and it just, yeah. The moment that we scored that goal, I shoved everything onto just, like, cover the game off, and it's just, oh man. To add insult to injury, literally, Kviskor now out for 2 weeks, which is bad because that's probably 2 games. So Blair Turgid better warm yourself up, bud. Some nice build up though. Surely there's an option. Turget's the man with the option. Can he go for the goal? Oh, it's a great finish. Blair Turget, well done, sir. I've gone with Jeffrey Gall in goal because I've noticed that Ibsen is starting every game complacent and he's unable to shift that motivation the entire match, whereas Gall seems up for it and his attributes are kind of matching him, to be honest. So I figured he deserves an opportunity, honestly. Bengtson can flick this down for someone. He's found Panache. It's a tight angle, though. Oh, he's been fouled. Actually, yes. Has better penalties and better finishing than Kendall. Blair Turget with a huge chance to get full redemption here, and he's missed the target entirely. Are you joking? Oh, Panache over the top again. Good first touch from him as well. He's through on goal, and it's a lovely finish from Panache. It's 2-0 to Degerford, and we are making this match look very, very easy. I swear he scored the 12th goal of the season about 4 times already. 2-0 Degerford. It probably should be 3-0 already, but we'll take it. Kendall's ball, and Björklund, and we've scored a corner goal. Degerford 3, Täby 0. Björklund with his first goal for the club. Come on. Good news, Sundsvall losing to Norby, and Björklund's in there. Literally, they're like buses. You wait all year for one, and then 2 come along in the space of 5 minutes. 4-0. Farnborough. Oh, one-touch stuff now. Lindell. This feels like a goal on the end. Lindell has just got to find the right pass. There it is. Potentially Turget. Oh, he's even brought it down. Back post for Bengtson. What a finish from Andreas Bengtson. 5-0 Degerford. This is absolutely ridiculous. Come on, lads. Well, there we go. 5-0. In the end, I basically took off a load of players to reserve fitness, push the tempo right down because we were going to win the match no matter what. Nice to see a clean sheet, though, as well, with Jeffrey Gall in goal for today. He did have to make some stops today as well. So I think that's really made a difference. Saw no corner opportunities for. Now, I know they're bottom of the league, but, you know, confidence breeds confidence. Nice to see that Turget can step in and do a job. Thoroughly deserved. I can't believe the one thing we missed in this game was the penalty. Could have been 6. And more importantly, pulls us back to within 3 points of top of the league. And that goal difference is starting to look a little bit better as well. Now, we're definitely right up there. And the fact that after the halfway point, we're where we should be, 2 points a game, happy with that, keep going, we can do this. Consistent possession in these sort of areas, we really do struggle to break out. But, you know, it only takes 1 tackle for the counter-attack, but we've got to defend this properly. Suka, ball in. Such a good header from Jesper Ceesay, and it's 1-0 Värnamo, and that is bad. We have to dig deep now, massively. I say worse, it's up there with the Norby one. That was probably the worst performance of the season. Our opponents haven't been superb either in this game, but we've offered nothing. Maybe we could finally pull out a late one against someone for the first time all year, and it's going to be a free one. Panache is going to surely do it. We're going to hopefully grab a point here through terrible goalkeeping from... Wow, what an absolute gift. Which is exactly what we have done. Now, I suppose in the end, when you add up the chances, ironically, it's a dead even game because it was put on a complete plate. And I suppose that does kind of count, really, doesn't it? So I suppose the draw in the end is a fair result, but that's the only opportunity we had in the entire match. So, hey, there you go. One's finally gone back in our direction this time. Panache with the equaliser, and that's massive because it stops them overtaking us in the league. We don't drop points to a potential title/promotion rival, and it's points 1 on the road against them as well, which is huge. Next up, Västerås, slightly easier. Far from our finest hour, but it keeps us in the top 2, and that's really what matters. Sundsvall, I think, are just going to make a break for it. Unless we can beat them away from home, I think they might be gone, and it's really just us 3 fighting over second place. As you can see that the gap is really starting to emerge between 4th and 5th now. Awful in this one. In the end, I actually ended up moving our attacking mid back into the middle just to try to get a bit more of the ball in there to try and match our opponents, but it didn't really make them any worse. But when we got a little bit better towards the end, that was god-awful. So lucky to get the point in that one as well. I guess not dropping points, but that was pretty abject for the most part. We do now slip down to 3rd as Värnamo get the win. Luckily, Sundsvall took luckily, they ended up scoring a 94th minute equaliser in their game as they nearly lost to a team sort of struggling down towards the bottom of the league. So I guess that shows that they are fallible. Okay, some reinforcements have arrived. A player that I actually forgot I'd even signed. I say signed, he's on loan from Halmstad. I actually signed him up right after the window finished, and then he's joined us now. It's another centre-back, but I actually think that the star rating is kind of a bit dismissive. The thing is, he's got 16 tackling, which I really do think is going to help. He may only be 6 foot, but he's got 14 jumping reach, which actually puts him on a par with most of our other centre-backs. I think he's a decent strengthening option to our defence, to be honest, which we're now going to offset by loaning with an option to buy Richard Sanchez, who doesn't want to be here because he's just not been great. Jeffrey seems to be doing an okay job, though. I've made an error in the squad selection that I think could cost us dearly today, unfortunately, as Björklund hits the crossbar. Basically, the fullbacks are on the wrong side, but we don't have the correct one in the team because he was suspended last game, and I didn't put him back in the lineup. So now we've got the left back at right back and the backup right back at right back. So it's not ideal at the moment. I think that's part of the reason why we struggled in the last game, and I'm concerned that it could come back to bite us here. Oh, nice run from Wallum. He's going to have to cut back inside, surely. Yeah. Oh, he's just been... How is that not a foul? Are you serious? I know there's a long way to go, but like we really should... That should have been a blatant free kick. Oh, you dare let them score. Are you serious? They've directly scored from it. What a tackle from Farnborough. Kendall now. Panache, he's going to have to cut back inside. Oh, he's hit the post with it. Cleaton. Round the side. he hasn't just Ronaldo chopped that over our goalkeeper. Oh, what a miserable day to be a human being. Kendall round the side for Panache. He has to score here, and he doesn't. Like, in fact, it might end up getting worse as DeLuga's through for a third one, potentially, and he has done just that. It's 3-0 to Norby. These guys just, I don't know, maybe we just don't have anything for these guys specifically, but in the last 3 matches, we've been shocking. I must say, 3-0 home defeat there does feel a bit harsh, but it is what it is. Zian DeLuga has been fantastic for them there, and now all of a sudden we're 4th place, not even in the playoff spot, and 4 points off of that. It's mad how things can just turn around so incredibly fast when you don't win games you should do. And I know we have taken a couple of points perhaps from games we should do, but it still feels like it's out of balance. Hopefully, though, that just means that we'll get the balance back in the final 12 matches of the season, but that is far from ideal. Sundsvall have been reeled in a little bit more, though, but can't have games like that. 18 games played, 2 defeats, but we still find ourselves 4th in the league because we've lost twice to a team directly above us in the league, essentially. And if we don't do that, it makes a hell of a difference, unfortunately. But today, we go away to GF, or we go to Sundsvall. It does always feel like the middle sections where it goes a little bit wrong. We've just had a tough spell of matches against some top sides. Now, I think for the rest of the season, it does kind of tail off a little bit into some more easy fixtures, so it might allow us to make a late charge, but we're going to have to, just to even try to get into that 3rd spot, unfortunately. Now, admittedly, a big part of that was the fact that I forgot in the last match to switch Lindell back to the right-hand side and bring Bengtsson back into the team again. That is a huge faux pas from me. Because I was too busy trying to slip the new one, Osman Altin, into the team properly. And the reason he's in the middle is because he's quick, but he does have stays back at all times, which isn't ideal for a wide centre-back. So we moved Björklund out to the left. Don't worry, he's still the man heading the corners and stuff. But Altin's just that little bit better in the middle, although he did not play well in the last game, admittedly. So I think that's probably going to be our lineup. So I was messing around a little bit with Ingebrigtsen as an attacking advanced playmaker, and it worked for like 1 game, but you can see that he's really gone back to being useless again. I even tried moving him into the centre of midfield at one point during a match, but he seems to be the biggest problem in this system is him at the moment. Although you can see the strikers have gone off the ball a bit lately too, and that's really made a huge difference. Goalkeeping wise, I think Jeffrey Gall's actually done a good job for us in this period. It's just been now we can't score. It's like a seesaw, and we've found no way of balancing it. We might actually have a bench option. I've barely been making subs in games lately because we've had so little quality to be able to bring off the bench, which is why I'm trying to look for loans that are homegrown Swedish, but my scouts are constantly bringing me loans that are not Swedish players from like Ireland and stuff like that. It's like, that's useless to me right now, friends. But it just feels like a lot of our seasons so far in this save have followed a very similar pattern, which is just start brilliantly with perhaps some lucky results in there. The middle of the season tends to suck, and then at the end, things start to pick up again. It's like, can we just cut out that middle part this time? Like, we've had 1 win in 5 now, but it could all suddenly become fine today if we pull off a miracle, and Kvistgaard could get the header in and it's over the bar. I might even take a draw here if we absolutely had to. The one thing that has gone well for us lately is we haven't conceded any corner goals in the last few matches, though we damn near did there. I think the changes I made to our corner defence setup have definitely worked in the last few games, but might not matter in the long run. Oh, Ingebrigtsen was so close to a good breakaway chance for us there. But the pressure is all on us at the moment. Sundsvall with another corner goes near post, flicks it all the way through. It's a big tackle, and it's slotted over the line by Yassituom. And just as I was saying that we'd improved our ability to defend corners, we kind of have, because we're not conceding from the headers. It's just we can't clear the lines now. And it's another one of them into the back of the net for Sundsvall. Unfortunately, over the last 4 or 5 matches, the strikers have just stopped scoring, stopped creating anything, stopped scoring, stopped anything, really. And it's made it very difficult for us to win matches, even if we can keep clean sheets. Ulberg. Picker, he's going to shoot here, and it's a good save again from Gal. Come on, lads, just slowly pick up a player, if you could. Good save again from Jeffrey Gal. Panache, can we pull off a miracle, perhaps? Kendall, he's going to have to shoot here, isn't he? Panache, maybe turn. Good block. And it's cleared away, but we got it back again with Farnberger. Finally, a bit of pressure from us. Ingebrigtsen, we're still going. Panache, that's poor, but Lindell might win this. Turgis in there, it's cleared away. Okay, better, we've won a corner. No, we haven't. We've won a throw. And we can't really complain. That should have been a second goal, really, for them. I think we haven't had it. There's obviously the room to turn things around. But look at this, man. Just shocking from us in the last few games. Just no attacking threat at all. Now, better quality opposition is obviously a factor in these matches. But we also played a lot of those games at the start of the season and didn't look anywhere near as bad as this in those matches. And now, now all of a sudden, we're 9 points off the top. We're 5 points off of the promotion places out of nowhere. That's like now 4 games without a win, and we've only scored once in the last 4 matches. Also, that is definitely not the system I was playing. I assume this here has to be a glitch, because at no point during that game did I play a back 4. I assume this is their formations it's showing for some reason, which is odd, but fine. I assume that has to be some kind of visual glitch then. Wait, I'm going to look now. What? Our formation is there, and for some reason on this screen here, it's showing their formations. Very strange. So we've now not scored in 3 matches, and have to sort of pick things up a little. Get Svenska Cupen second round? Is this like qualifiers for the following season's Svenska Cupen? It does start to even out a little bit for us now when you actually look at our remaining matches. We don't play anybody from that set again. So we've got 12th, 16th, 9th, 6th is a tough draw, but then Skövde, Falkenborgs is 8th, Trelleborgs are 4th. So they're probably the toughest game to go, but then there's, you know, it definitely... Actually, not just definitely, it's an extraordinarily favourable run-in for us. And maybe I'm just being too harsh on the squad, and maybe it is that we have played crap, obviously, but it is just perhaps we've just encountered all of the tough fixtures at once, and it's kind of compounded. It does feel like our run-in is actually quite good over the next 12 games. We better at least come 3rd this season. That's all I can say to that. If you have enjoyed this and all of the mentalness that goes with it, but that's why we love FM at the end of the day, it's because it's a roller coaster. Usually a roller coaster of despair lately, but still, it's seriously, every single season follows the same pattern. Hopefully, this will be the 3rd part of that pattern. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys very soon as we can finish off the season and see where that leads us. Maybe there's a playoff in there too. I don't know. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.